Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So I haven't introduced you to Cassie yet, but I thought she looked so cute today because she just went and got groomed. And she's not very happy because I'm holding her. She doesn't like to be held. And she's also grouchy after she gets groomed. But I just wanted everybody to meet Cassie. Can you look at the camera? Yeah, she's a good little dog. She's a little Shih Tzu, so I'm going to let her go now because she wants to go and lay down on the bed. So hi, welcome back to another video. So today was actually a request by one of my subscribers asking for me to do like an everyday look that I would do on a normal daily basis. So I thought that's a great idea because that's easy to do. So if you're interested to see how I got this look as my everyday look, then let's get into the video. Okay, so let's just jump into the tutorial. So today I'm going to first start off with the primer. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, and this is my absolute favorite one to use from the drugstore. It's so affordable. It works really, really well and just making my skin so flawless looking for the day. And I make sure I put some on my forehead and all on my chin, my cheeks. And when I get into this area right here where I have larger pores, I actually press it into my skin, and that just helps create a little bit of a barrier. And I try and help my wrinkles here by filling it in a little bit with the primer. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. Especially if I have a foundation that I've used and it's settling into my fine lines. So anytime you can help that out is always good. And then I let that sit for about a minute or two before I start going in with my foundation. I'm going to put a little bit under my eyes as well because I do like to prime under my eye area. So we're just going to put a tiny little bit of that in there as well. And again, just letting that sit for a minute or two. And really what I'm showing you here today is a makeup routine that I do on an everyday basis, whether I'm going out, going to work. This is sort of the products that I will be using. There's a couple, there is, let's see, two new products I'm going to show you today that I picked up in the drugstore, but everything else is something that I use all the time. And so one of the other things that I always do is color correct because I have such dark discoloration under my eyes. So I'm using the Lise Watier, the Peche color correcting pen, and it's like a crayon almost. It's actually very cool. So I put a little bit just in this area right here where I'm most discolored, and I put that actually right up beside my tear duct because I just want to erase all that discoloration. And then I take my fingers and I blend it in that way. I find the warmth of my fingers helps it blend in the best. And it just takes away a little bit of that. It's not going to erase totally the discoloration, but it just helps a little bit. So when I go to put the concealer on, it almost looks like I don't have any dark circles under there. So next product we're going to go into is the foundation, and this is my go-to, especially in the summertime because it's such a lightweight foundation and it has a little bit of glow to it. So I love this one in the summertime. Give it a little bit of a shake, and I'm using this in the shade 203. This is Nude Beige, and I like this one because I can put it directly onto my face. And instead of putting it like on my hand like I usually do, I just put it directly all over my face. And I put about that much on, and then I can always go in later if I don't like the coverage and put some more on. Now this is one of those new products I was telling you about I picked up. This is the L'Oreal version of the sponge. So we're going to give this a try. It's quite squishy, so I really like that. So let's give this a go. Oh yeah, no, this is really nice. I like this. It's very bouncy. I had heard really good things about this, so then when I was just in the store, I saw it was on sale. So I thought, well, let's give it a try. Love stuff when it's on sale. Yeah, it's blending in very nicely. And I just make sure to take that all up into my hairline. So everything looks all nice and blended right by my eyebrow. Sometimes I feel like I miss right above my eyebrows, and that's why I do my eyebrows after I put my foundation on. So if I do want to mess them up, it's not a big deal. And then I take that and I even do over my earlobes, so just everything looks seamless. And I'm going to take a little bit more and do my neck area. I'm just going to put a little bit on my the actual sponge. Yeah, it's really bouncy. I don't know if you guys can hear it, like if the mic's picking it up, but it actually is making a very like a suction-y sound. And this end, actually, I just started using this end to bounce it on, and that's really good for blending in the foundation. Okay, now that we got the foundation all blended in and that sponge worked really, really nicely, we're going to go in with the concealer. So I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, my absolute favorite concealer, and this is in the shade Neutralizer. You can get, there's a whole bunch of different shades you can get. I just prefer the Neutralizer color. And I'm just going to dab that on under my eyes. I don't want to rub it on because I've put that color corrector underneath. And depending on how dark I am under the eyes, sometimes I have to go in with a couple of coats, so we'll see how we're going to do today. And I'm just going to use that to highlight as well on my face. I know I've seen other people reviewing this concealer and they don't really like the sponge tip. I don't mind the sponge tip. I wish it would have like a wand or something with it, but yeah, I mean, we just make do with what we have, right? So I'm just going to go in and blend that all in. And this concealer actually doesn't do a bad job. I'll sometimes put this a little bit on my discoloration on my cheeks, and I find that works really well with just covering it up. And then once I get the bronzer and blush and stuff on, it's usually gone by then. So one thing to watch with this concealer is sometimes it does settle in, right? I have very fine lines right under my eye. So all I do is I get my sponge and I just press that into those fine lines. And then I'm going to set it with some setting powder as well. So for setting powder today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me, and I have this in the shade Fair Light. And I take a little bit and I put it into the lid. Don't need a lot. And then I take my sponge and I just dip it in there and pick up a little bit. I don't want a lot under my eye. I don't want it getting all dry looking. So I just need a tiny bit, and I also put it up on top of my lid. And that's a good eyeshadow base. Okay, now that our face is done, I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. So I'm using the Covergirl. This is called Ultrafine Brow Pencil, and I have this in the shade 710 Soft Brown. So I first go in and I just brush my eyebrows with the spoolie. I just had my eyebrows waxed earlier this week, so it's always nice when I get those eyebrows, or sorry, the hairs out of the eyebrows all kind of nice and cleaned up. Because I usually don't do a lot with my brows. I'm just filling in all the little sparse areas. And I think that doing your brows, especially as you get older, it just helps frame the face and just give it some definition. Okay, so now that all that is done, we're going to go in with some eyeshadow. So we're going to be using the Physicians Formula, the Butter Eyeshadow Palette today. If I can get it open. I'm going to be using, I think, these shades over here more today. I'm going to keep this a really neutral eye today. I'm not going to do anything too bold because I don't do that on an everyday basis anyhow. So we're going to go in with this tan shade all over the lid. This is actually called, hold on a second, I can't see without my glasses. This is called Barefoot in Brazil, and this is just going to be my transition shade today. It's a really nice color, blends in really nicely. And then I'm just going to go in with this darker shade over here. It is called, oh yeah, see, the writing is just so small. Just can't see it, sorry guys. Sightseeing. So I'm going to go in with that and just use that on the outer edge of my eye. And the only thing with this palette is just making sure that you're shaking off your brush. It does have some fallout, but I've gotten used to it now. I use it actually quite a bit. So just make sure, yeah, you're doing a lot of the shake off. I just bring that a little bit into my crease area. Again, just trying to give it some definition. And then I'm going to go in with this peachy color here. This is called Coastal Chic. It's a nice little peach color, and I'm going to work that into my crease as well. This is such a beautiful palette. The colors are so nice. They blend really nicely. And the best part is that it smells like the beach. It's like a coconut smell. It smells so pretty. Okay, so now that we have our nice soft look going here. I'm not gonna wear like eyeliner today. I'm gonna use a really dark eyeshadow, and I'm just going to put that right on the top to give it kind of like a false eyeliner look, but without using like a pencil or a liquid eyeliner. So I'm just using this angled brush, and then I'm going to use from my Lise Watier eyeshadow palette, these shades here. I'm just going to go in with this brown. Now you can get your brush a little bit wet if you want that to really be darker, or you can use like setting spray, that sort of thing, and that just helps it stick. I haven't done that, so I'm just going to go in, grab a little bit color on the brush, and all I'm doing is I'm just going to press it right at my lash line, because there is just some days that you don't want to wear eyeliner, so this is a great alternative to that. And it's just really soft looking. Now that that's all done, we're going to go in with some mascara. I'm first going to curl my lashes, give them a little bit extra curl, because I'm not going to be wearing falsies today. Again, trying to just keep this. I don't wear false lashes on an everyday basis. I wear them depending on what makeup tutorial I'm doing, or I wear them if we're going out for a special occasion, but definitely don't wear them on a daily basis. I just find they're a pain in the butt to apply. So then we're going to go in with my absolutely new favorite mascara, is the NYX Worth the Hype. I recently just did a video on like a whole bunch of NYX products. I'll insert it somewhere up here somewhere that you can watch it if you want. But this is like absolutely the best mascara I've tried in years. So we're going to go in with that. I just have this in the shade Black. And I can't remember actually if there was some other shades, or there may have been a waterproof version of it, but the wand is so beautiful. I think it's the wand really that does all the work here. But it just makes my lashes so full, and I apply 2 coats, and I find that just helps them stand out. So whenever you do something like that, where you get a little mistake like that, let it dry. I know you want to try and fix it as soon as you can, but let it dry, and then you can just use a Q-tip and flake it off. So we'll leave that to dry. So this is just 1 coat on this eye. And let me know in the comments below if you guys have tried this mascara and what your idea is on it. Well, not your idea, maybe your thoughts. So that's just 1 coat, and then we're going to go in with another coat. So hard to try and find a mascara that just gets all the little lashes as well. And this one does that. It gets all these like little inner lashes and also my outer lashes. That's why I'm just loving it. So look at the difference. This is 2 coats and this is 1 coat. I don't know about you guys, but I find it's always easier to do one eye than the other when you're doing makeup or applying anything. I find this eye always harder to do than this eye, probably because I'm right-handed. And then we're going to take our Q-tip and we're going to get rid of that little mistake up here. See how easy that's gone? It's like the best trick. Don't even know it's there. And then I just take a little bit of that, what's left on my eyeshadow brush, and just kind of do that, and it's completely gone. So I'm going to do the waterline, and today I'm just going to use the Maybelline. I believe this is in the color. This is called Lasting Drama, and it's waterproof. That's one thing I always recommend, is if you're going to do your inner waterline, do it with a waterproof pencil. I find that for me especially, sometimes my eyes get a little bit watery, and by the time I've put that pencil on, it's gone. So waterproof is the way to go. And I have this in the shade. This is really, really, really hard to read. Soft Nude. I'm just going to use this. And this just helps your eyes just look more awake. So if you had a late night and you wake up and you look really tired, that's an instant booster. Now that the eyes are done, we're going to go in with bronzer. And you know, this is like my go-to. I'm sorry, I know I use it every video. I can't help it. The Marcelle. This is in the shade Heat Wave. It's very, very well used. I literally use this every single day. And I'm just applying it to my cheeks. Gonna go up my hairline, do my forehead. Gonna bring it down my neck area and run it along my jawline. It just gives it some definition. This is one of those products that I literally could not live without. I love bronzer. It just livens up your face, gives it warmth, gives it dimension, especially if you are on the paler side or the fairer side. Just using a little bit of bronzer if you don't really use anything in your makeup routine, if it's just a really basic makeup routine, just using some bronzer will help liven the face up. Just trying to put it where the sun would naturally hit your face. Next up is blush. So this is my absolute go-to favorite blush. It's e.l.f. and this is in the shade Twinkle Pink. Now, unfortunately, I think they may have discontinued this, which I am going to be extremely, extremely sad. I don't know if they've replaced it, but when I was looking at some e.l.f. products the other day, I didn't see this one anymore. So this is like my absolute favorite. It is like a nice peachy, well, you can see it's quite used, just a really nice peachy color. So yeah, I don't know if they have something that's going to replace this. I hope so, because I think this was a favorite with a lot of people. And I just put a little bit of blush. I don't use a lot because I already have that bronzer on there. Then I'm going in with my highlighter. So it's my tried and true favorite, the Maybelline Master Chrome in the shade Molten Rose Gold. There's a whole bunch of other shades. I think there's like just a gold color, and I think they've come out with some new colors if I'm not mistaken. But this one is so well used, it doesn't even, the lid doesn't even stay on anymore. So it is my favorite. That's why I use it every single day, and I'm just using on the Real Techniques fan brush. I know sometimes I forget to tell you guys what brushes and stuff I'm using. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to put those in as well. I always put in at the bottom, at the end of my videos in the description box, I always put all the products that I've used in case you guys are ever wondering about that. But yeah, let me know. Sometimes I forget to put the brushes. You just take it for granted that you're using brushes, but I know that's important to some people, that they want to know what you're using. This is such a beautiful highlighter. I think I say that every time, but it's for a drugstore brand. This really, I think, is the best highlighter out of all of the highlighters. It can compete with some of the higher end ones. It's just so beautiful. And I take that down my nose and on my Cupid's bow. So we are nice and glowy on a daily basis. Next, we're going to go in with the NYX. This is the retractable lip liner, and I have this in the shade Nude. Again, favorite lip liner. And then I'm going in, I just saw this was on sale too at the store, so I picked it up. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. I always gravitate on a daily basis to more of a liquid lipstick so they last throughout the day and I'm not having to reapply lipstick all the time. So I picked this one up, and I think this is the shade. Hold on a second. This is 820 Praline de Paris. And on the lid here it says Les Macarons Scented. Yeah, it smells like candy. Okay, so let's give this a try. I thought this was just a nice little summer shade. I like changing up my colors. You can always have like a nude eye look, and then just kind of make a statement with your lip color. Oh yeah, this is nice pink. The wand is really soft. Holy smokes. So we're gonna go in with another coat here. Yeah, like the wand, it's very gentle. And then if you ever find that you need to kind of, if you've made a little bit of a mistake with, especially liquid liners or liquid lipsticks, because they can be sometimes very unforgiving, especially if it's like a darker one like this one is. If you ever like make a mistake or, it's kind of gone outside the line, you can always use a concealer, the one with like a wand. And you can always kind of cut it into around your lips, and that'll help define it and take away any sort of mistakes if you guys have anything like that. And then the final thing we're going to put on today is a little bit of a topper, because especially when I'm using like a really matte liquid lipstick, I do like to put a bit of a gloss on the top. That's just me. You don't have to. If you like more of a matte lip, then go with a matte lip, but I prefer to have a little bit of gloss. So after I've let it dry, and I'll just apply it kind of in the center, and it kind of makes your lips look a little bit fuller. It's all about the illusion. So I just want to thank you all very much for stopping by my little home here on YouTube. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment down below. Let me know what types of videos you guys would like to see. I have some ideas that I have planned on some videos I'm going to be doing, but I always like to hear from you guys of what you would like to see. Like I said earlier, that this was a request from one of my subscribers, and I thought what a great idea to do like an everyday look. I haven't done one yet, but yeah, this is my go-to look on a daily basis. So I hope that this was informative for you and was helpful for you. And as always, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!